Pitch and Scratch is a catchy name. Was it why you choose the name, or was it just a laziness?
On one hand, it's a song from Rufus Thomas, great funk song, and on the other hand, it's describes the combination of us two. You know, because pitching and scratching is actually for playing records, and as turntablists, you do that, and scratching the guitar is describes the funky part of the music. So this is the combination of us.
Perfect name for us.
Who are your influences, as your influences must be widespread? What or who are they?
A lot of influences, I guess. We as DJs play a lot of music, different styles. We love combining the music, from funk, of course, to hip-hop, and from soul to Latin. We combine all of the stuff out there, which flashes us. And yeah, for me especially, I like very straight tracks, straight rap or funk tracks, as well as fusion tracks where you feel the combination of styles, and you can use these tracks as bridge tracks in a set, for example.
There's so much good music out there. If you go to Brazil or to Africa or whatever, you will find always something new, which is great, and you want to play, and which influences you. Everything you hear influences you.
And not only our DJ sets, but as well the music on our album, of course, which is full of funk and soul, African music, Latin music. It's when Layla comes in, a Latin singer in the one track, and in another track it's a blues singer like Wayne Martin, which is a singer from the blues project where I DJ as well as a live DJ, and then I brought him to our music as a connection of blues and funk, and this is
what's the community, the funk
what
community?
I did with the funk community.
Yeah, like in Germany.
Funk community is like,
it's growing. I mean, there's so many bands right now in Hamburg playing. There's Diaspora, Mokambo, Superbad, so many DJs here, and I feel like it's more and more connected over the years, and I think there's will be some good events and good things in the future coming for the funk scene in Germany.
Yeah.
And it's more international. Also, there's a lot of funk in Europe as well, and it was always in Britain, and the connection to America is everything is there. We played with the Brazil DJ in Munich, and with Florian Keller 2 weeks ago, and if you play and like good music, that's just a international thing for everyone.
Yeah. Are you fans of b-boying or b-girling, as your music is used by b-boys and b-girls?
We had some b-boys in Frankfurt now. We played in Frankfurt as well with Double D, and he's a very much connected person to b-boying, and so at his party b-boys are there as well, so this is very nice when you have some people dancing in the b-boy style to your music when you play with a band, or if you DJ. It's always super for the atmosphere of the party when b-boys go ahead and do their thing. That's as well, when we play with Superbad, a lot of people come and say, wow, it's a nice band, that's funky music, we can really dance to the shit, this is our b-boy stuff, go ahead with that.
Yeah. What is your take on sampling? How would you react if your music was sampled by, say, a hip-hop artist?
I think sampling is cool as long as it's fair, and people share the income, the winning. If the winning is there and it's shared, it's cool. If it's like, if you do something underground with like you have some 100 sales, 100 copies, and you sampled me, I wouldn't ask for anything. If it's cool, I want to. It's cool if people do their thing. As long as they don't have money and they don't earn money, it's cool. Just go ahead. I don't want to stop you in doing your thing, and you can be very creative in sampling as well. You can do a lot of things with a sample if you really put your ideas in there. If you just have a loop and say, I took this part, 10 seconds for example, and remake it just putting drums under it, it's not very much creative as the other thing I told before, and then I
Yeah.
think you should get more money as well if you wrote that part of the piece, because it's just taken again. But if you do something out of it again, it's cool, it's creative.
Yeah. Do you stick to the core principle of funk, or do you like to experiment a while with the idea of just funk blending with other genres that influence you?
We already did that on the album. Really, we got African influences on our first album. We got Brazil groove influences on our second right now, the blues thing, you mentioned it. And we got kind of northern soul
And
tune
hip hop
on
as well. Shawnee
Yeah.
T.
hip hop as well.
We work with Shawnee T as well. I invited him as well to work on this album. I really felt we have to cross the boundaries of funk. We had the first album was funk instrumental and straight funk. And now I really felt that it was the time for checking out what's it all about. If a rapper raps on the funk and some Latin horns and Latin singers and crosses this and combines it and brings it to another level.
Yeah. And why do you think funk is not as popular as it once was?
I think it's getting more and more popular these days. I don't know how the funk scene was back in the 70s over here. If there was a funk scene, I wasn't born then, but right now it's like there are more and more bands and more DJs playing, and the people appreciate good funk music. When I started DJing funk music, I was always the small clubs and venues, and it was maybe on a big party it was one track and a lot of hip hop tracks, and now there are more and more people playing more good and sophisticated funk music, if it's disco or rare funk or deep funk or soul. It's getting more and more music is getting played.
I think it always comes back actually, because now is the time where funk comes back, I think, because people are a little bit bored by all of the electronic music of the last years, and that's what we had in the 90s as well, when the people were a little bit bored by the 80s of the synth ruling music of the 80s. Then the era of the 90s came, where like grunge and hip hop sampling the funk of the 70s was big, and I think in this time funk came back again as well in the 90s. So
let's say funk never dies.
Funk never dies, it always comes back. Sometimes it's hip hop which brings it back, and sometimes it's just the plain funk, because people feel like Dap Kings from New York and Sharon Jones is a big thing going on right there. People really want to bring back the good old analog music, and this is very nice. And although many people they love the beats nowadays, I think this is one of the main reasons why funk is not that big, because people like the beats and they are used to use synthesizers and everything, and it's very much logic and easy to these days use a computer and make your own music. Everyone can do that. It's not so easy to have a band who makes funk music, and the band really works together and plays nice bass and funk guitar and the drums. You have to have a good band, and nowadays it's more like people do their own thing.
What's your favorite funk track of all time?
Oh, for me, I think it's Impeach the President.
Yeah.
Honey Drippers.
Honey Drippers. Impeach the President is like super. The combination of funk, the beat, rough, minimalistic, and the lyrics is like super dope.
If I should choose one, I would take Lil Murray and the Exciters. Open the door to your heart. It's a brilliant up-tempo.
Since you're both DJs and probably own a lot of vinyl, what is your favorite record? Hey, show it here. Alright.
For me, it's this one.
Actually,
also a lot of funk in there, right there, and rap. Yeah, it's a hip hop album. It's Master Ace. Disposable Arts is my favorite album all time, because it's my time. It's my beginning of resident DJing in Hamburg and other cities, and it combines the groove and the funk and good lyrics. For me, it's super.
I actually forgot my record, but I got another one. which could be my most valuable or best funk record, because all Johnny Victor Watson records are just beautiful.
Yeah.
He's dope.
What kind of projects can we expect in the near future from Pitch and Scratch?
Oh, we just started doing an instrumental album, right, from our album, because we feel that people out there still don't get enough from our album from Together, and we can make some re-edits, some dub versions, and
some remixes for the DJs.
For the DJs and for the nerds
which
out there.
will be out soon.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're working with Shawnee T together
Yes.
from England, which we both really love. It's more the hip hop reggae thing more than funk, but the funk is in there. He's got funk. He's got a lot of talent, and he's got things to tell, and we got nice music out there to work on, and hopefully.
So make a shout out if you want to.
Shout out to Shawnee T.
Yeah.
To Shawnee T. Yeah. Shout out to
Shawnee T, to the Hamburg funk scene, to Diaspora, to Mokambo, New Master Sounds. We play with them soon in Knust.
Hey, yeah.
And to
New
Leger,
Master
our
Sounds.
label.
England.
To Superbad, our great band.
88.
Yeah.
To the funk people over here, over there. All the music lovers.
That's it. Pitch and Scratch.
Pitch and Scratch.